So you're not working 40 but 60 hours. So this is more around, catching those people who are trying to hack us.
Yes. So under the skilled worker visa in UK,
Yeah.
you can do 20 hours part-time.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. So I'm doing my full-time job and part-time 20 hours.
20 hours. So you directly took the work
Skilled
sponsorship,
worker
the
visa.
skilled worker visa instead of taking PSW.
Yes.
That is something very different, right? I think most students don't think about that.
If some of them are working under public sector like police
Right.
or healthcare, still they can apply for the ILR for 5 years.
Hi. That's why you are trying to. So you are very smart, huh? You are trying to understand the rules and you are trying to work within the rules and creating your opportunities there.
If you are looking to study abroad, then watch this full video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated.
So finally, guys, we have arrived here in Portsmouth. It's a nice, beautiful day. We are going to be also looking at going to the seaside and we are going to be visiting the University of Portsmouth. We have a very exciting guest today and we are going to be talking to her about her job that she's doing. So we made a trip from London just to meet this person. So here we are entering the Guildhall Square of the University of Portsmouth. It is right inside the university and it is like a marvelous structure. All the history pouring right here at the center of Portsmouth University. Right here we have the statue of Queen Victoria, Victoria Regina, the Imperial Queen. And what we have below it is she's guarding now a food truck and that's what she's being left to do. Hi, how are you, Avarna?
Yeah, alright, thank you.
Good to meet you. Thanks for coming and just tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What did you do in India and how did you come to UK?
Okay, my name is Aparna. I finished my bachelor's in forensic science from Jain University, Bangalore.
Okay.
Then I came here for my master's.
And you are from Bangalore?
No, I'm from Kerala. I came here for my master's. It's in cybersecurity and forensic IT. And I finished my course on 2024.
At the University of Portsmouth?
Yes.
And so great. So we have Aparna from University of Portsmouth, completed studies here in forensic IT. She has some very interesting stories to tell and some very unique opportunities that she's been able to capture. Why don't you show us a little bit about your campus? And while we are walking around and looking at the University of Portsmouth, we would also like to know about your experience.
Yeah, sure.
This is the university library. You used to use this building often?
Yeah,
or?
until 2024 I had the access, but when I finished my course I can't.
Did you come here to do your assignments
Yeah,
and
I
like
came
group
here.
study?
Yeah.
This is what you were using this building.
Yeah.
Where do you want to take us in your campus now?
You wanna go there?
Yeah, let's go.
So this is the library and there we have gym.
Behind the library over there.
Yeah, behind the library.
So this is a very different city as compared to
Portsmouth.
many cities in England because it is next to the port.
Yeah.
And that's the name Portsmouth. So do you find this place better than London?
Yeah, I think so because compared to London, the tuition fee and rent, everything is lower there.
Right.
And
So-
here we pay the rent, it's nearly £450.
Per month,
Seven
including the bills and everything?
Yeah.
Is that for a sharing room or a complete?
No, it's a single
room. Yeah, I think that's where London, it's like you have to do 2 to 3 people
Yeah,
sharing.
we have to share.
That's when it comes to 450, 400 pound. But here you have your own room
Yeah.
for 450 pound. That's fantastic. So here I think, is this the gymnasium?
Yeah, this
the
is a gymnasium.
So graduation ceremony also happens inside.
No, it's not here, it's in the Guildhall.
We came from Guildhall, where the big monument is.
Yeah,
And,
it's there. So the graduation is happening in the Guildhall.
Okay, but this is where you get ready and prepare for
Yeah.
it. Maybe we can just go and have a quick peek inside.
I'm not sure camera is allowed.
Just outside. Yeah. So there's a big swimming pool here.
Yeah,
So
I
more.
think it's here.
So there's a gym there.
Gym, swimming pool, and you can access to Zumba.
So are there other sports also that are played here?
And our classes are happening in other buildings.
This is a very different kind of campus also. There is like some city building,
Yeah.
some private accommodation, then there is a university building. Then so it's very distributed around all over the city. So practically it felt like that this city is owned by the university.
Yeah.
Because everywhere there are these
Lots of buildings, under the uni.
When you were in India, what exactly was the course that you studied?
Forensic science.
Was that a mandatory background required for the course you studied here in UK?
Yeah, it was mandatory.
So it was basically for students who have studied studied forensic science.
No, it's with cybersecurity and forensic IT.
Right.
So the qualification we needed was either computer science background or
Okay.
the forensics.
So this is more around, catching those people who are trying to hack us.
Yes.
The hacker catcher.
Yeah.
That's you. I think that's a very important domain in today's time because the growing use of the network, a lot of people still don't understand how to use them. There is a lot of vulnerability in digital crime. Tell us any experiences of studying here. What did you learn here in your dissertation?
Dissertation, it was about using the modern technology in care sector. That's what I did.
Using the modern technology in care sector.
Yeah.
Now that you've brought the subject there
To care sector.
to care sector,
Yeah.
we understand that you are right now working as a team leader in a care home.
Yeah.
Did you start working at a care home early on?
I joined there as a part-time for 20 hours. I
Yeah.
worked there as a carer. Then I finished my course. They just asked me if I need a sponsorship. I need a progression to team leader.
Right.
And I chose that because for PSW I need to pay £3,000
Right.
and they offered the 5 years visa
Okay.
just for free.
So you directly took the work
Skilled
sponsorship,
worker
the
visa.
skilled worker visa instead of taking PSW.
Yeah.
That is something very different, right? I think most students don't think about that. Now you are on care worker visa.
Senior carer.
Senior care worker visa. What does this mean for you? Now you can work for 5 years.
Yeah, I can work for 5 years.
So you've used 1 year out of that and you have 4 more years
4
to
more
go.
years.
You plan to stay here in Portsmouth during
Yeah.
that time and working with the same employer?
Yeah, it's under city council, so
It is
it's a
under
government.
city. It's the government city
Government.
council. So that's also even more legit, very
Yeah.
stable. You have a lot of public benefits, I think, is also associated with
Yeah.
that you get. So that's really great for you.
Thank
and
you.
so let us try to understand a bit more about this while you maybe take us somewhere around to other parts of your campus. Because I know it's a very large distributed
Yeah.
campus, so difficult to cover the entire part of it. But we would just love to see where all you were there. For everybody to know that, how was your experience?
So
Where-
when I studied, that time I searched for job in cybersecurity and forensic. For working in a cybersecurity job or forensic, we need to be a UK resident for at least 5 years.
Right.
So I need to obtain a security clearance. That's
Right.
why I directly took the sponsorship. Because
So-
if I take PSW, I don't
Right.
get the job in
That's-
cybersecurity.
right.
So that's the reason.
So you
I
are saying that
directly-
for doing cybersecurity work in UK,
Yeah.
you will need to get the security
Security
clearance,
clearance.
as part of which mandatory requirement is
Yeah.
5 years. Is it true even for the private job?
Not for the private job.
But if you are looking for government job, cybersecurity, then you need the security clearance.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to try the private sector for cybersecurity
I'm still trying.
Yeah.
More than the cybersecurity, I'm interested in forensic science.
in forensic science.
That's why I tried in police,
Right.
and currently I passed the interview, and the
Right.
waiting clearance are going on.
Right.
So they said it will take 5 months. It's under the youth commission, under the police of commissioner.
Right.
So maybe after 5 months, I can do a part time.
So right now I know you are already doing a part time. So how does
It's
that
just
work?
started. I'm just going for the meetings and all that for under the commissioner.
Right. So tell us a little bit more about, because I have no idea about this whole domain that you are working in. I understand that you are working with the local police. You are working in their IT cybersecurity cell.
It's just youth commission for the youth aged 16 to 24. They will give some questions to conduct some surveys among the young people about the drug abuse.
It's about creating awareness,
Awareness,
about
yeah.
some of the topics the police is concerned about,
Yeah.
and they have this youth service cell, and you are working part time there.
Yeah.
And,
So under the skilled worker visa in UK,
Yeah.
you can do 20 hours part time.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. So
So-
I'm doing my full time job and part time 20 hours.
20 hours. That visa, under the skilled worker visa, that gives you an additional 20 hours,
20 hours,
of
yeah.
permission,
Yeah.
which you are utilizing here.
Yeah.
So you are actually now very deeply rooted into the public system
Yes.
of Portsmouth, right? In the care worker space as well as the youth counseling and the youth awareness space. How did you come about finding these opportunities? What did you do to get firstly the care home part-time, and then how did you find this part-time role at the police department?
So I searched through the LinkedIn, and Indeed is a platform we can search jobs.
Indeed and LinkedIn?
Yeah. And for police section also, I use the LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn only.
Yeah.
So you've been using LinkedIn, and did you have any referrals?
No,
or
nothing.
so it was done without referrals?
Yeah.
Why I'm asking that is because a lot of students ask this question that, if you don't have a referral, then you can't
No, reference
get a
was
job.
not there. For the recruitment, you need a personal reference and job reference.
Right.
So you can give employer from India for
Yeah.
your reference. It's not mandatory.
You don't require reference, and you sort of cold applied. How much time did it take you to get your first job at a care home agency?
1.5 months.
Did you have to apply to a lot of jobs?
Yeah, I have applied.
Do you find that things have changed now since like you graduated in 2024 and you came a little bit earlier? Or have things become more difficult now?
Yeah, the rules are changing and they're changing the ILR route.
Yes.
But still there is an option because they said if they change the 5 years ILR to 10 years,
Yeah.
if some of them are working under public sector like police
Right.
or healthcare, still they can apply for the ILR for 5 years.
For 5 years. So you are very smart, huh? You are trying to understand the rules and you are trying to work within the rules and creating your opportunities there.
You are looking to study abroad, then watch this full video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated.
You said that in the domain of forensic science, how do you plan to transition into forensic science?
So as a person joined in the youth section, I know the officers there. So if they give me a personal reference to a forensic department, then it will be helpful.
That will be helpful.
So still I'm trying to find a forensic. Yeah.
So that's a great suggestion for all of us that, you know, if you are looking to get a job in a particular organization, even if you get any job in that organization to begin with, you can use that as a way to creating references. And of course, people of the same organization will give a lot of value to it because they know each other. That's a very good way of looking at it. But a lot of times when we are thinking of jobs, we think of the private sector, you know, because we think that, you know, getting into the government job would be a lot more difficult. What would be your suggestion to the student? Any specific thing that they should, you know, keep in mind while looking for jobs in the public sector?
They should have a good CV.
Uh-huh.
That's the main thing. And just try.
Not any different from applying from the private sector.
Nothing.
But do you feel that there is more discrimination in the public sector?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
City
You have
council,
a-
they're open for anyone from
Anyone.
any country.
And
They
you-
just need the police clearance from our country.
Right.
That's the one criteria.
Right.
Nothing else.
There are many more immigrants in the police department and the local council that runs the care home.
To be honest, there is no more immigrants. I was the first Indian in the care home.
Right.
Police department, not much, but
There are some people still there. But you are saying that in the care home you were the first?
Indian.
Yeah, first Indian. Have more people come after you?
I referred one of my friends.
You are helping your community to become more successful. That's really great of you as well. So going back a little bit to sort of understanding your choices and, you know, mindset. When you were thinking of going abroad, back in Bangalore, completing your undergraduate studies, how did you come about, you know, thinking that you should go to UK? And
Because when I searched about the Canada, they offer just PG diploma, but I need postgraduate, not
Right.
postgraduate diploma. That's why.
Right.
And for Germany, I need to study German language.
Yeah.
So finally, it was UK.
So you said that, you know, you prefer to be in an English-speaking country and a country which can give you a degree instead of a diploma, still being cost-effective. Of course, you can do a degree in Canada, but that becomes more expensive.
Yeah, more expensive.
So that's why you chose UK. What made you choose Portsmouth University?
Of course, the course. When I searched digital forensic, it was only one more university was there. It was, I think, Huddersfield University. Criteria was we need a computer science background.
Practically, this was the only university that offered that unique course. That's actually really cool because a lot of people I talk to, the answer is that my agent said this university or I had my friends, but you came with a lot of thorough research.
Yeah.
But when you were picking this course, did you already have in mind? Because you came and like in 2.5 months, you already started working at a care home.
Yeah.
Did you plan that you would come here and work at a care home, or did that
No,
just
I haven't
happen?
planned. I searched other jobs, but I haven't got.
Yeah.
Then one of my friend was here. He helped me to get into the agency.
So you got that job with that agency. So you worked part-time. How long with that agency?
Nearly 8 months.
8
and
months.
in between, I had my summer break.
Yeah.
So that time I worked in a restaurant. So I
Because
managed
at that time
both
you could
jobs.
work 40 hours. So you have hustled and you have made sure that you're trying out different things. Pretty cool, huh? While working at the care home, you understood that this is a way for you to get longer term stay. So you decided that this is a domain you want to.
It's because of the security clearance for this job.
Yeah.
If I take PSW, I will get 2 more years. Then I don't be a UK resident for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's just 4 years.
Just 4 years.
Yeah, that's why I choose.
So that's actually pretty smart. So now I understand the choices that you made and why you made them. Which is, I think, very important for all the students also to understand, because a lot of time the thinking that goes behind, you know, picking a particular course or a job or part-time, it is just what I get, I take. Or somebody tells me and I just blindly follow. I think that is something which can be very dangerous because there is a high probability that somebody else might not guide you properly. How big a class did you have, and did you have a lot of Indians in it?
Yeah, we had a lot of Indians.
And how big was the class?
110 students.
About 110 students.
Yeah.
Of them, 40 were are Indians.
Yeah.
What all other countries were the students from?
Africa, from Arab.
So-
most of them are from the Africa.
Most of them are from the
And
Africa.
some English students were there.
Okay.
But
So there was a variety of students from different countries. Of course, I think Indians would have been the highest.
Yeah.
That's usually the case in most universities. Let's look at mostly our Indian students. It's been 1 year since you completed. Do you see most of your classmates being successful, having full-time jobs, or most of them are struggling? How do you compare your success to them?
some of them got a job in IT sector.
Because
that
they had
background.
an IT or a computer science background.
But some of them, they went back to India. They don't want career gap. Yeah, because of the security clearance, they don't get the job in cybersecurity because of this. Some still working in care home. Some of them wants to stay there. They don't want to try.
So some students are still working in care homes, and but have they also been able to get like sponsorship like you?
Yeah.
So they are also moving to like the skilled care worker visa.
Yeah.
So it's not just you, but there are
There
more
are some.
students who have also been able to achieve the same kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
If there are more students looking to come and study cybersecurity or forensic science in UK, what would be your suggestion to them?
It's a good idea, but of course they will struggle get a position in forensic science. Still, I'm struggling, and I'm hoping I'll get it in the future after 2 more years. And then I'll be a 5-year UCAS. So if you have skills and experience, definitely you'll get it.
It's good for building skills.
Yes.
But it will be difficult to get local experience
Yeah.
because of the security clearance, like you said. And then once, if they are able to crack that,
Yeah. Then,
that's when the opportunity will be opening.
Yeah.
But do you think,
Yeah.
is this going to be valuable back in home in India?
to be honest, in India, I'm not sure about the.
I think overall you are saying it's dependent on the people.
Yeah.
It is somewhere like both give and take, not so easy to get a job here just because of the regulation, more than the opportunity being there or not. And if somebody is coming in with IT background, then they are able to get jobs mostly in IT.
Not in cybersecurity.
One great thing is that you studied in Portsmouth and you got a job in Portsmouth and you got multiple jobs in Portsmouth. Where are the other students of your class? Have they found a job locally or have they had to move to other countries, other cities?
They moved to other cities.
And
Some
which
of them
city?
went back to India. Some of them, they haven't took the post-study work
Right.
visa.
But the ones who are still in UK, which cities are they working in?
I think it's in London, some in Birmingham, and some of them are doing some training courses. Some agencies are offering some training courses. At the end, they will give the placement, but we have to pay nearly £3,000.
Right.
So some of them are doing.
So that's also very interesting and I like to know more about it. But
Yeah.
you're saying that students who are studying here, it's difficult to get a job in Portsmouth, but they are getting jobs in London, Birmingham. So do you think that if somebody wants to study this program, it's better to actually study in London itself or Birmingham? Or you still would say that no, coming to Portsmouth was a good idea?
I think if you compare the fee, living expense, and the uni, I don't know about the other unis, I haven't seen.
Right.
The university is good,
Yeah.
and the lectures, everything. They will support us.
Yeah.
Throughout our project, they will send the mail and they will encourage, and there will be online meetings every
Right.
week.
So the education quality is good
Yeah.
and cost of living is low.
Yeah.
So come study here, do it at a low cost, and then go and work in different cities
Yes.
wherever you find the job. You didn't have to, but as your friends who were looking for jobs outside of Portsmouth, did they just move to that city first and then find the jobs, or they?
No,
kept-
they applied from here.
you know, you can be here,
Yeah.
still apply for jobs,
Still apply, yeah.
and interview remotely. Of course, it's not so far from
No.
London, especially going to Birmingham tonight. So you can reach there in 4 hours, 4.5 hours. But it's not so near also.
Yeah.
So typically, when these companies are they recruiting like from online interviews, or they are taking in-person interviews?
In-person interviews.
In-person
Most of them,
interviews.
yeah.
So you will have to travel to Birmingham in
Yeah.
case if they call you for an interview. And students do plan for that. Does
So
it?
this is the building. We had the classes.
So this
And one
this
more building
department is this is the School of Computing,
Yeah.
where all the computer science, IT, all those programs are also are also taught, and so is your cybersecurity. Did you spend majority of your time here or at the library?
Yeah.
Here is where you
Yeah,
were.
we had classes 4 days a week.
And how were your assessments like? What was the rigor of examinations or assignments?
We had just 2 exams. Most of them it were project,
So it was a project-based assessment.
and the exams also there.
So when you would do a project, you would have a multicultural team, or you would
No,
be
it's individual.
there is no escape behind your team members, so you must do the work yourself. That was also very good because I think that gives you that push to also actually perform
Yeah.
and learned, which is fantastic. You've been here now for a few years. Have you gone back home in this time?
Yes, I went on March.
You went in March. No, that's good. So because when I see a lot of students, they have not gone home at all. Do you find it lonely here, or have you made good friends?
Good friends.
So you don't find it tough or like socially
Sometimes
isolated?
still loneliness is there.
Yeah.
Because of the work pressure.
Yes.
And I think I'll miss my mom
Yeah.
and family, of course.
Because I think that's again a very important aspect of studying abroad when you are away from your family, away from your friends. Sometimes the pressure is too much to handle. So what do you do in those times? How do you handle that pressure?
I'll call my mom.
Are you call your mom?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. No, I think that's also good. Today it's practically free and you
Yeah.
can do video calls and you can at least share how you're feeling and talk to your family. One should always do, even if you're feeling bad, don't think that our family is going to feel bad about you.
Yeah.
But I think sharing always makes it better. How did you finance your studies here? Did your family support you? Did you take a loan?
Loan.
You felt that there was a pressure that you had to take up a job and then start paying back the loan. And did you come under a lot of pressure at that time?
Not really. When I took the loan, it was my aim to repay it.
Yes.
And I have an aim to catch. That's why when they sponsored me, I took the visa. And still I'm paying the loan.
Yeah.
But almost paid through this job.
Wow. So you are saying that almost your
Yes,
loan
because
is...
of city council, there is a lot of benefit.
Yes.
Comparing to other employers, they will pay more.
They pay more.
Yeah.
Now, of course, because you are on the visa, so you're not working 40 but 60 hours. So that also gives you like a extra benefit and advantage. All this new regulation that is coming,
Yes.
which is saying that you can't hire care workers from abroad.
Abroad, yeah.
Does that impact the international students also? You keep your weekends free?
No, weekends I'm working.
Working.
Because for weekends I'll get more pay.
So you are making sure your loan is paid off as soon as possible. What made the city council give you the sponsorship? How did they make this decision that they will sponsor, or is it like a norm that anybody who's becoming a team leader needs to be sponsored?
So if you like this content, please subscribe to our channel and I will see you all in the next video.